What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound. And I do have a new song out recently called Summer Gravity. So check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, there was a comment that I got on one of my videos that I thought was worth sharing with you, and it is from Dviac383. So shout out to Dviac383. Thank you for leaving this. I'm going to read it to you, and I don't have any reason to believe that it's not genuine. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt here, so I'll just put that out as a caveat. But this is what Dviac383 says. There are zero benefits from drawing new players if they cannot keep them in. I am a new player, and this is exactly why I wanted to record this video, and I quit after 1 month of playing, even though I like the game as such very much. However, it is very hard to climb the ladder as a new player without loading tons of money into it, which I simply refuse to do. Wish there were sensible ways to progress just by playing the game, but there are none. This glint currency is just useless dust that can get you a few cards classified as reward cards, and oh, those are soulbound too, so there's no way to get solid cards without gambling packs or buying those cards from players that gambled packs. So I thought this was interesting because I do believe that the team has made tremendous strides in making the game much more accessible to a wider range of people. So hearing this feedback, it's clear that even though I think that they've made some strides, and I do believe genuinely that they've made a lot of strides, we're seeing here, at least from one person who was willing to share their experience, so thank you for that, Diviak, that it's just not enough for them. Now, what I want to dig into here is the fact that they're looking at this as playing at the highest levels, or playing at like more competitive levels, like climb the ladder. So yes, at the end of the day, to climb the ladder, you will need all of the cards, right? You will need all of the cards, which is expensive. It's a keeping up with the Joneses type of thing if you want to stay competitive, and there's really just no way around that, right? Which brings me to probably my main point of the video, right? And Diviak is kind of pointing this out. I really want, and I'm hoping that there will be some more, more that we can do with the ghost card tournaments, ghost card, like I don't even want to suggest necessarily a ghost card league, but just the idea that we have this ghost card version of the game available for people that just love to play the game. I would love to see that utilized in a way where someone like Diviak, who came into the game, who actually likes it, right? I'm using their words here, who actually likes it, enjoys playing, but is not willing or unable to put in the amount of money required to play at the top of the game, which again, that's not going to be a lot of people. I mean, we're talking about thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. So that's not going to be a lot of people. So how do you get these people to stay in, right? How do you get these people to stay locked in, enjoying the game, and participating in one way or another? Again, what I keep going back to is we have this availability to us, this ghost card, and I know we maybe have ghost card tournaments and things like that, but there's nothing at like the official capacity. There's nothing where there's like a ladder for it or ranked battles and such. And I don't know if there's anything like that in the works, but my suggestion would be we as a community, we as the DAO and the team should start thinking about this, right? Now, I know we need to think about it in a way that is beneficial to the community, because if a bunch of new players come in and they just play the free-to-play version, I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, because all that volume and traffic is going to bring a lot of people who just want to contribute to the community and the economy as well. But at the same time, the team's going to be running crazy servers and volume and CPU usage, all that stuff, and all that cost is going to go back on them. So it needs to be done in a way where it brings balance to the force, right? It brings balance to the game, and it is worthwhile for everybody involved. So again, I don't have a specific solution in this video, but I am trying to make a call to action here that this is something I think smarter people than me in the community, on the team, within the DAO should start thinking about, right? Like we have this capability, and I believe it's being severely underutilized. Now we have all this fun stuff with like weekly draws and all this, and where there's tons of giveaways and such. But one area I think Splinterlands still is so underutilized is the competitive scene. And I know it's hard to do that with an auto battler. It's hard to do that with, just a multitude of things. But we know how competitive this game is. We've seen how fun it can be to watch these battles, see how things play out. RNG sucks or RNG is awesome depending on what side you're on, right? And even going back to Splinterfest, it was exciting to watch some of these battles happening in real time. So this is something where, again, I'm not saying that we need a format that is a ghost card format, but tournaments is maybe the one thing that I can continue to point at. We need live tournaments, and we need them done by an entity large enough to host them with significant prizes and make it an event, right? So yes, I know, we'll host, shout out to Lorcas, who hosts some of the tournaments here on the channel, and we get decent participation, but it's nothing compared to if the DAO or the team hosted something and had cool prizes to give away, right? So that's my suggestion. That's been my suggestion for a long time. Again, I know that requires like a time commitment from the team, which is something that they're probably very short on. And I'm not saying that any other solutions would be less of a time commitment, but if it's more so building out a structure rather than, having somebody available to do this, weekly or bi-weekly or even monthly, building out a structure is something that, can last forever, right? Or long term. So I'm curious to get some thoughts from you guys on this, right? Like, take a look at what Deviac is saying here. That's why I shared the comment with you. And then, before you even get to the ghost card stuff, do you agree? Do you disagree? What are certain things that we could be doing better? How could, Frontier be better? How could XYZ be better or worse? Or how could we change certain things? And then, like I said, I'm kind of going not necessarily to the extreme, but just like we have an underutilized resource here. We have an underutilized game mode or some kind of potential that I still think has a lot of excitement. I don't think that this solves, I don't think the tournaments solve like DVX's problem of like, if they want to come in and play every day, then even hosting a tournament once a week is not going to do it, right? You want somebody who is able to engage with the game at any time that they want, at their convenience, and just play. And I don't know how to do that outside of like making a format. So I don't want to necessarily suggest that. I'm just saying that would be something. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.